change makers, friends, YouTubers, Facebookers, and wherever else. So this is for you if you thought to yourself, I'd like to start a business, but I don't know if anybody would do it with me, or if I'd have any customers or people to lock arms with. I wouldn't know what to do, and I'd feel really awkward approaching people about it. So if that's your mindset at all, then let me share with you how I did it. It worked really well for me to this day since 2007, and it's 2020, October 2nd, 2020. So that's more than a dozen years, a baker's dozen. So maybe this will relate to you, and it'll give you the confidence to just jump in with both feet, sign up for a business, and get started. So it's a self-selection process is what I like to call it, through a peak curiosity process. So here's what that looks like. I'll just give you an example, okay? So for me, several times a week, if not more, people will bring up how young I look, and then I'll tell them my age, 43. The most common ages people guess is 24 or 26. For some reason, those are the two big ones. Probably 24 most of all. Last week, one of the people guessed I was 30, and I'm like, wow, that's way up there for what people usually guess. And then I always tell people, I'm actually only 43 years old. So it comes up all the time in conversation for whatever reason. And it doesn't have to be that. It could be a weight loss thing. You've lost weight. Your skin looks really great. Your hair is growing faster. Maybe you've got more money, and people are noticing that you're, doing this or that because you got more money, or there's less stress in your life. There's more health in your life. These things come up in conversation just naturally and organically on their own. So that's the first part, is one, you get into a company and you consume the product so that you get a result. You're proof that it works, and also it shows up in your life over and over again. So that's the part that's going to pique people's curiosity to, what are you doing to get healthy, to make better money, whatever the case might be. And so I'll go back to my example. When the thing comes up about how young I look, I just say, thanks, I'm 43. And then when their jaws hit the floor, we just start laughing, and I'm like, I eat a lot of plants that don't come from a plant. And somewhere in there, they'll ask, what are you doing? I'd sure like to know what your secret is. Or I might, if they're not asking questions yet, then I might say something like, it's part of my Fountain of Youth regimen. Something like that. And they're like, I'd sure like to know what your Fountain of Youth regimen is. Or it could be, I'm 43 years old. I have no aches or pains. I'm on zero medication. My blood panels are perfect without drugs to regulate my health. I've got great energy every day. I can do physically more than I could when I was in my 20s, and I'm in my 40s now. There's so many things I could say that just piques more curiosity if they're not asking me yet about what it is that I'm doing. Now, if someone just says, oh, that's cool, and then they're looking out the window or doing this or that or whatever, then, there's really nothing more for me to say. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I just don't say anything if there's nothing there, because I don't like to force a conversation. So that whole first interaction is important for you to realize. It's all about what you would naturally say in a conversation, whether you had a business or you didn't have a business. So it's natural, and it's organic, and it's good. And that's why it works so well. So then the next part is, at that point, once they're asking about it, the curiosity is piqued. I'll say, well, I've been drinking and selling this Superfoods shake and doing the workouts that come with it, and it seems to be working. So I like saying I've been drinking and selling. So in my experience, and this is me, there's no right or wrong here. Some people do really well just saying, I drink this Superfoods shake, or I consume this whatever, and then from there down the road, it'll come out that they actually sell it too. In my experience, if I do it that way, it's more of you're trying to sell something. So if I just say right off the bat, well, thank you, I drink and I sell this Superfoods shake, and I do the workouts that come with it, and it seems to be working pretty well. And then at that point, they're either gonna say, well, I'd like to check this out. Maybe I might like it too. Or send me the link. Or do you have a website? Or, something like that. So then it's like, all right, this is awesome. They know that I drink it. It works. They know that I sell it because I just told them. And they're still asking about it. Cool. I mean, that feels pretty good, right? That feels pretty you could see yourself in that situation, right? Absolutely you can. It's easy. It's comfortable. It's natural. It's organic. Unforced. It's a self-selection process. So you see what I mean by self-selection and curiosity piquing. So, and on the other side of that, if I'm like, yeah, I drink and sell this Superfoods shake, it seems to be working really, really well, hey? And if they're like, yeah, that's cool, and they go back to looking out the window and they have no other interest, well, at that point, okay, well, that's as far as they made it. I'm probably not going to say anything else because it's just not there, and that's fine. But if they're still interested, their curiosity is still piqued and they still want to know about it, then okay, it's time to, send them the website link where they could look at it, and the purchase option will be there. The sign up option, whatever it is going to be there to get this Superfoods shake, to, get the workouts that come with it, or maybe they just want the shake, who knows? But at that point, I can send them information about it, and I know them, so I can follow up if I feel it's appropriate, which almost every single time it is. And it can be Facebook Messenger, it can be phone, it can be text messages, there's so many options now to communicate with people. For me, almost every single time it's Facebook Messenger. Twitter, whatever else the kids are using these days, Instagram, I don't know, Snapchat I think is really big. I don't use those, but that's stuff that's out there as well. So that's how you do it. I mean, that's pretty simple, and just apply that to whatever the case might be. If it's weight loss, I don't have a weight loss story because I've never been overweight. So my thing seems to be, wow, you look so young, or your skin. I got into it when I was only 30 years old. So back then I wasn't in my 40s and it wasn't so much a youth thing, but now it's becoming more of a youth thing as I get older. But from the very beginning, it was, Tom, you're much more physically capable. Your hair is growing faster. Your skin looks amazing, and it still looks amazing. But that was like a fast result I got, was the quality of my skin. I've got super amazing skin. And so I started getting compliments on that right away. And then also the financial side of it for me too. Once I started making some money, I mean, here's an example of something you could do. Like, let's say in the beginning, you just got enough to cover a tank of gas, and you're like, damn, I just made enough to cover the gas for my car. This is awesome. And of course, people are going to be interested in that. Like, wow, well, what are you doing? And the ones that aren't interested aren't going to say anything. They'll just say, oh, that's cool, and look out the window, or whatever they were doing. I don't know. Or let's say the next step up, you just covered your utility bills and a tank of gas. Maybe your next trip of groceries to the grocery store. Maybe the next step up, when you're making more and more money, you covered your rent for the month, or the mortgage, or your mortgage and the rest of the bills. And then somewhere along the line, it's like, wow, I just covered all of my expenses for the month. I'm now making enough to cover all of my expenses, doing something just a few minutes a day. I've got this side project that I spend just a few minutes a day on, and now it covers XYZ. Isn't that awesome? And then people that have any inkling about that whatsoever, that have been thinking, what can I do to get ahead? Those are going to be the ones that are going to be like, what are you doing? I'd like to see. Maybe there's something there for me. Who knows? And then you can always say to people, yeah, I'd love to share this with you. Here's a link. Take a look. See if you see an opportunity for yourself there. And something like that sounds a lot better than, what did you think? Do you want to sign up? You want to sign up with me? No, because then it's not a self-selection thing. And to me, that feels weird. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And if you're the type of person that can make that work, fine, do it. But in my experience, and a lot of other people, it feels weird, and it creates resistance rather than curiosity. So the curiosity is typically gone at that point in my experience. So I show people to create curiosity, which is the opposite of resistance. So in my experience, a great way to create resistance is what we've all experienced before. Someone says, so you want to sign up? So what do you think? You want to do it? Something like that. Or the worst of the worst, I helped you with this thing that one day, remember? So you owe me a favor. No. All those create resistance. So instead, create curiosity. So at that point, it's like, yeah, here's the link. Check it out. See if you see something there for you. See if you see an opportunity for yourself. And that sounds so much better than, what'd you think? You ready to sign up? Do you know what I mean? I mean, you can picture yourself doing this, right? Where you use the product. Well, first, you got to sign up. Use the product. Get a result. As you're getting a result, there's ways to show people to create curiosity. As you're getting a result, and after you get your first results, and the results, more results keep coming in as they keep coming in, there's always new, creative, organic, natural ways to pique curiosity based on your experience using the product that you represent. And so from there, once you're creating that curiosity, piquing that interest in the people that have that inkling already in their brain, Those are going to be the ones that are going to be curious. And once that happens, you let the self-selection process happen, just as I've been explaining in this video. And then now, before you've even signed up, or maybe you've already signed up, maybe you're curious as you are right now. Now through this video, I'm confident you can see yourself doing this, because it just involves you being yourself, and all of you can be yourself, and letting these conversations happen in a natural, organic, unforced sort of way, where you let people self-select through this process of piquing their curiosity by putting your experience with the product out there. So does that make sense? Comment, tell me it makes sense, or ask questions, or comment whatever you'd like about it. But I hope I just blew your minds, and I got you to see yourself doing what you want to do. If you want to get into a business, do it. I hope you can see yourself doing it. Now, if you'd like to take a look at what I'm doing, it's all about health and fitness, and making better money with health and fitness, marrying the two. So I like to say that I help people live natural, healthy, chemical-free lives and make much better money than, say, at their job, or maybe another entrepreneurial experience. They need to make better money than what they're doing right now. So if that interests you, if that piques your curiosity, just let me know. Happy to share information with you. Happy to get you in my Changemakers group. Or if you're already in my Changemakers group, go to the units section and all the info is there about what it is. Either way, get in touch with me and see if you see an opportunity for yourself. And if you see an opportunity for yourself, just let me know and we'll get started in whatever way is appropriate for you. Now, if you're watching this at the invitation of somebody else, then go to that somebody else who's already a business owner, and maybe they're interested in having you join with them. So then go to that person and say you're interested. Say, what's the next step? I want to get started. Whatever it is that you're feeling that you feel is appropriate, get in touch with that person, so that there's no wires crossed here. If I invited you, then get in touch with me. And I look forward to sharing this with you and see if you see something there for you, an opportunity for yourself. And you be the one to self-select if you feel this is the thing for you, and we will do it, okay? Bye for now. Share this, like it. If you like it and comment and do those things, then this will be shown to more people, so more people see the video. And that helps me out a ton too. Bye for now. Mwah.